Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Last night, a trio of Padres pitchers helped blank the Braves in Game 1. They shut out the Bravos to win 1-0. We welcome you back to San Diego and to Petco Park, where we play Game 2, the middle game of a 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. Well, the Padres get the victory in Game 1 of the series. They only scored 1 run, but if your closer is Mason Miller, it's not a problem.
Don, there's a couple phrases with 2 words. One is Padres win, and secondly is Miller time. Last night, that's what it was for Mason Miller. When they have the lead, here comes the Reaper. The great thing is you get to see the Reaper and tell your friends about seeing him, right? Stifles the Braves, earn a little bit of trouble there in the 9th inning, but with that stuff, he gets his National League leading 21st save. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Most consecutive batters faced without allowing an extra base hit. This is really remarkable. Mason Miller, starting in 2025 last year, now currently at 198, chasing the left-hander Greg Cadaret from the Oakland Athletics back in the day.
Only 1 run was used last night to get the victory for the Padres. That came from Manny Machado on a home run, and lately he's been really clutch.
Don, that's the great thing about this game of baseball. It just comes down to 1 pitch possibly, and last night it was a mistake for Manny Machado. Let's go back, though, in time in Baltimore. Check out where these pitches are in the home runs. Fastball up and in, mistake. Fastball right down the middle. Manny is catching up to the mistakes. Game-winning home runs at that. Last 10 games, 263 average. The slugging percentage is almost 1,008 extra base hits, tied for second most in Major League Baseball.
Tonight, the Braves feature their number 2 prospect who's been scuffling.
He has been scuffling, and scuffling because of the long ball. Against the Giants last time out, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, but he allowed 3 home runs. Falling behind in the count, the walks are leading to homers, the homers are leading to walks. They need to get to this kid early tonight and win Game 2.
Coming up, peak performance for Peralta. Padres will turn to another opener tonight for the 4th time this week. Peralta's been great at it. Mary Lou's Cook will explain next from San Diego.
Wandy Peralta will get the ball first for the Padres this evening, with Griffin Canning taking the bulk innings. The veteran left-hander has quietly put together the best start to a season of his career across 37 2/3 innings pitched and a 1.91 ERA. Career best for him. That versatility that he's got as being able to be an opener or take some of those middle innings been a big reason why the manager Craig Stammen has trusted him so much this season. Earlier today, heard from the manager Craig and got some thoughts on what has made Wandy Peralta so successful to this point this season and why he fits this opener role so well.
Just been sticking with it here of late. You know, early on it was a little rocky, and then he's just kind of turned it on here this last month and a half, and he's just a valuable piece in our bullpen of being able to pitch in any different situation and kind of handle a lot of innings that kind of go unnoticed, but he's done really well in them. He gets a smile on his face when we tell him that he's going to be the opener, and I think he's embraced that. A lot of other relievers, you know, maybe have trouble, you know, like I'm doing something much different than what my role is, but he's embraced it, and he's done really well in that role.
Padres took Game 1 against the Atlanta Braves. They'll look to secure the series tonight here from Petco Park. First pitch is coming up next.
Padres Baseball is presented by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Mercury Insurance, smart insurance for smart people. By Sycuan Casino Resort, the official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Now, Game 2 of this 3-game series after the Padres took the first game of the series here last night. A 1-0 victory as a great crowd returns here to Petco Park tonight for the middle game of the 3-game series. as the Padres look to make it 2 in a row and win the series tonight against the Braves.
Great thing about this game of baseball, it came down to one pitch last night, and thank goodness it was for the brown and gold. That ball off the bat of Manny Machado, that was the difference. And here comes the opener, the lid lifter, ready for a big league ball game, and there's the hero from last night's game.
Interesting. He comes from the pen, not the dugout.
Yeah.
So it's more normal for him, even though he is starting this game. It's like he's just coming into it from the pen.
It's one of the other great things about this game of baseball. You never know what you're going to see. And for Wandy, you know, between the ears, he's thinking, you know what? I want to come in from the bullpen because that's what I'm used to doing. So here you go.
That's what I do, so that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Well, the Braves are here. Walt Weiss, the new manager. Braves lineup is brought to you by Appliance Alley. Michael Harris II is in center field. Ozzie Albies at second base with Matt Olson at first. Dominic Smith, the veteran, in left with Mauricio Dubon at shortstop. Drake Baldwin does the catching with Austin Riley batting out of the 7th spot. Down in the order now at third base with Rowdy Tellez, the DH, and former Giant Mike Yastrzemski is in right field batting 9th for the Atlanta Braves. Wandy Peralta on the mound tonight for San Diego. He's the opener.
Third time this season that Wandy has been the opener. 32 games. Now his third start. 1-0 record. The great ERA of 1.91 in 37 2/3. You know, not as many strikeouts, but he's got that good fastball and that really good changeup. If he's on his games, he'll get some swing and miss and some weak rounders.
Let's take a look at the Padres defense behind him, presented by Valley View Casino. Left to right in the outfield, it's Taylor, Merrill, and Tatis Jr. Third to first in the infield, Machado, Bogart, Song, and Sheets, with Duran doing the catching for Peralta.
Oh, what a great game it was last night. Wandy Peralta and the rest of the pitching staff had a chance to watch these Atlanta Braves hit. It's a good team, the Atlanta Braves, coming in today at 48-29. They're 6.5 games up in their division. So Michael King did a number on them. And you know what? If I had a chance to ask Michael King one question about last night, Don, you know what it would be? Okay, what did you do wrong? He had such a good outing, right? He's such a perfectionist.
He'll find something.
7 solid innings for Michael King, the Kingfish, and it was a great win for San Diego.
Well, I think we are going to have the chance to talk to him in game tonight. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, you will have the chance to ask him.
Well, look at this site right here. Downtown San Diego, Petco Park, really good to be home. The corner of Tony and Trevor. Game 2, Braves Padres stepping up to the plate for the Braves. Michael Harris II stepping up to the mic. But the play-by-play is the voice. And the Padres, give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Don Orsillo. Donnie?
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 2 of a 3-game series. The Padres and Braves. First pitch of this one is swung on and missed for strike 1, underway from San Diego. Michael Harris, the center fielder, from the top spot in the order. 305 with 14 homers and 41 runs batting in, as he is really setting the table quite well. I mentioned this is a good Braves team. And really about their start more than anything else. And they've kind of come back to earth here lately, but they've got a 6.5 game lead to begin the night atop the NL East over the Philadelphia Phillies, who underperformed for most of the first 2 months of the year.
That's a great thing about the Braves and Walt Weiss. You come out with a start like that, you can have some ebbs and flows, right? You hit a skid, well, it's because of that good start. You're still in first place.
Weird not to see Brian Snitker.
Yep.
But Walt Weiss, who was on this staff the last few years, taking over. And, of course, last we saw him as a manager, the Colorado Rockies. And he's done a fantastic job. 2-2 is foul to the screen. Well, the guy who's done a fantastic job has been Wandy Peralta in this opener's role. He's settled in very nicely. It's the 3rd time this year, 2nd time in a week.
He fires strikes. He's confident in his pitch selection. He's got that fastball, as I mentioned, that changeup as well, mixing a slider.
Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. 1 down in the first inning. Good start for Wandy.
And the opener opens up with a punch out and the 98-mile-an-hour 2-seamer up in the zone that Harris cannot lay off. What a start for number 58. He's got the good fuzz upstairs.
1 down. Here's Ozzie Albies jumping on the first pitch and carving it foul. So far, Braves are swinging out of their shoes here. First or second pitch. .280 with 12 homers and 41 runs driven in on the season. Down the right field line, foul.
Talked to manager Craig Stammen before the game. Just a little refresher course about Wandy Peralta. And this Braves team, when you look at right out of the chute, lefty switch, Albies on the right side, Olson left, Dominic Smith left. So 3 of the 4 lefties against the lefty Peralta. And if Griffin Canning, if he goes deep into the game, if he's, he's going to be the bulk guy, right? So he's take a look at the Padres pitching. 2 of 3 with an opener this season. 2 hits, no runs allowed by openers. So then Griffin won't have to face that top of the order that extra time around if he, goes 4 or 5 innings.
Oh, 2 pitch. Albies sprays it foul off to the right out of play.
Wandy against righties this year, 200 average. Against lefties, 264.
Starts with that open stance. Ends up pretty close to the plate.
Oh, yeah, look at that back foot. It's on the chalk line.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wandy Peralta open up the ball game.
This time on the changeup. Throw it like a fastball, and he tries to hold up. That's a big-time go. Most definitely.
2 down in the first inning. Matt Olson will take strike 1. 20 home runs so far this year for Olson, along with 51 runs batted in and the .271 average. On the ground by the mound, but right to Machado at the shortstop spot, and he throws him out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wandy Peralta, the opener. Padres are coming up. The Padres and Braves, the middle game of the 3-game series. Pretty good battle going on here tonight. As we welcome you back inside Petco Park. Braves didn't score in the top of the first. Padres coming up in the bottom of the first inning. As we check out the UC San Diego Health starting lineup for the Padres. Tatis in right, Taylor in left, Merrill in center, Machado at third with Sheets at first, Bogarts at short, Wagner the DH, Duran catching, and Song at second base. J.R. Ritchie, his first pitch is grounded softly towards third. Riley on the run, and he is in time. Just able to get Fernando. Nice play by Riley coming in. So they're going to challenge this. To be honest, they look really close, and they are not.
Oh, that was close. Good hustle by Fernando. Anytime there's a chopper on the infield, the pressure is on Riley this time. How close is it? Oh, that's close. But they got him. Good play. Nice play by Riley.
1 down in the first inning. Samad Taylor. Oh, 340 the batting average right now for Taylor. It's been terrific, fun to watch. His defense has been stellar.
He's exciting, is he not?
He is. He's the spark plug.
Yes, he most certainly is. When he gets on base, he can steal the base for you, making spectacular plays, putting the ball in play. He'll show bunt once in a while.
How about now? Look out.
That's a slider that he just didn't get it out in front. Kind of backed up on him a little bit. And for J.R. Ritchie, his 7th start, 1-2 record, almost a strikeout per innings pitched. 22-year-old. He was a first rounder back in 2022. He's in the plans. The Braves have had some injuries in that rotation. He's getting a great opportunity.
I was going to say here probably before he should be, perhaps.
Right.
Kind of developing at the major league level. And a walk here to Taylor. He's now been on base in 13 of 15 games that he has been in for the Padres. Time for the Sequan Casino Resort scouting report.
Well, here's a little bit more the 4-1-1 on the 22-year-old. Max effort from pitch 1. I mean, he is grip it, rip it, and go get him 100%. Prone to the walks. We just saw one. He's unpredictable because he's got a lot of different pitches and also high home run rate. Hopefully the Padres can go out of the yard tonight.
Here's Jackson Merrill. Takes a hack at that first pitch. 97 on the fastball, so good fuzz. Center fielder Harris over towards left center. Good sized gap in right center. And over to first to check on Taylor. First disengagement.
Have to check out Richie and what type of leg kick that he utilizes with Scooter on first base. Boy, that's a big lead for Samad.
It's 4 for 4 in stolen bases. There he goes. And a swing and a miss. Throw down there. He is safe. Make it 5 for 5. See if we're going to challenge there or not. Stolen base. Samad Taylor.
A huge lead, a really good jump into scoring position for Jackson Merrill. There it is. Let's check out the throw. Not a bad throw. It's just the speed of Taylor that wins that race.
Merrill strikes out looking. Second out of this first inning. Well, that Padres stolen base is presented by Uber Eats. Use code PadresSteal for $10 off your next order of $15 or more. Terms apply while supplies last. See app for details. 2 down in the first with Taylor at second base. And here's last night's hero, Manny Machado, supplied the only run of the game with his 14th home run of the year as he dances out of the way of a pitch down by the shoe tops.
Manny's been crushing the mistakes lately. We talked about him in our open. Up, middle in.
Two-0 pitch for Manny Machado. And he'll take the strike. A 97-mile-an-hour sinker.
He's got good movement on that two-seamer.
Seven of 51 hits or extra base hits for Manny, more than half. Count evens from 2-0 to 2-2. Did he go? No, he did not. And a check with Dan Bellino, first base umpire and crew chief.
Well, that's that big curveball, and Manny recognizes it. He likes it, but then pulls the cord, pulls the brakes, and that's a no-go.
Taylor takes off for third as Machado strikes out at high heat to end the inning. Back-to-back Ks for Richie. Done with one without a score.
Jack,
Welcome back to Petco Park, where the score is tied at 0 in the top of the second as we take a look at the UC San Diego Health scoreboard. Some roster moves for you today as we take a look at some of the transactions. You see JP Sears there. He was recalled from AAA El Paso. Lucas Giolito, the corresponding move. He was placed on the 15-day IL with right elbow discomfort. Said that it was similar to something that he experienced in the past. Padres hoping to get ahead of that. And additionally, Freddie Fermin has been reinstated from the concussion IL. Blake Hunt has been sent back to AAA.
All right, Mary Lou, thanks for getting us caught up. Some moves today. And we'll get a look at Sears tomorrow. We're getting a look at Griffin Canning, now the bulk pitcher.
Yeah, 10th game for Griffin, the 1-5 record. Trying to improve, trying to lower that ERA. Let's see if he can go maybe 5 innings. That would be great.
Slow chopper that kicks foul off the inseam of the grass.
Last time out, St. Louis 4 1/3, 4 hits, only 1 earned run against the Redbirds. Griffin Canning, the Gold Glove winner.
And Peralta had a 1-2-3 first with 2 strikeouts. 13 total pitches, 11 for strikes. A successful opening once again.
Uno dos adios for Wandy.
Dominic Smith 0 for 3 in last night's game. First game of the series. Flips it foul off to the left out of play.
Boy, if Griffin could cut down on the walks, he has had games where as many as 5. He's had one outing where it's just 1 walk. So all the other outings, more than 1 walk. He's got to curb those walks.
From 0-2 to 3-2 here to the first hitter in the second inning, with Mauricio Dubon waiting on deck.
Who's that?
That's Mauricio Dubon. Line to right and a base hit for Dominic Smith. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Well, as we take a look at Griffin Canning, the last time out against St. Louis in St. Louis, here's what he used. 4-seamer slider and mixing the changeup, sinker, cutter, the knuckle curve. He got the win 4 1/3. 4 hits, no earned runs, and the walks did not hurt him, but likes to pound the zone for Griffin Canning.
There is Mauricio Dubon. You remember him from his San Francisco days, but of course went on to Houston, and now a member of the Atlanta Braves. Line to right center field. Over is Merrill as Dominic Smith trying to go first to third. Throw to third will be late. Around first, and diving back is Dubon. Runners at the corners for the Braves with nobody out here in the second inning.
Well, it's the 2-seamer, and the objective of the 2-seamer is try to get a grounder. That ball leaks up and in, and Dubon does a nice job, fights it off to the opposite field. You can see at first base, Smith had to hold his ground a little bit from his vantage point. Thought maybe it had a chance to be caught, but slides in safely, and the fake throw for Manny to keep the runner at first base. That's the main thing. Keep that ball in front of you.
Swing and a miss for Drake Baldwin. So Baldwin came off the aisle 8 days ago. His first at bat. Longest home run in Major League Baseball this season, 473 feet. Since then, however, he's gone 1 for 23. So it started well, but now trying to settle in. I guess this is kind of like spring training all over again for him.
Sure. And you're facing big league pitching. I mean, that's the other thing. There might be a rough re-entry. When guys are struggling, they have a tendency to maybe swing early, maybe get a weak grounder. You can turn 2.
Ball to strike here to Baldwin. With Smith at third, Dubon at first. Nobody out here in the Braves second inning.
Well, the ideal situation would be a punch out right here. No movement from the runners at the corners with nobody out. Oh!
And he hits him to load the bases with nobody out here in the second inning. A changeup hits him.
Yanked it. And it's tough for a hitter to get out of the way on that one because you're planting that foot and you're distributing your weight there. Takes it off the right foot and loads him up.
And here comes Ruben Niebla. 3 hitters in to the outing for Griffin Canning.
All right, you're in a mess right here. You got to make a pitch. Let's make it pitch to pitch. Don't worry about the base runners. Try to get a grounder. Let your defense work for you.
Bases filled with Braves here with nobody out in the second inning. And Austin Riley now hitting down in the order.
Yeah, Walt Weiss said before the game, kind of scuffling a little bit. So down in the order does not mean he's not a threat. I mean, Austin Riley, to me, he's in the batter's box. You have to be concerned.
Braves all-star stepping in here in a great situation with the bases loaded, nobody out.
And with the bases loaded, Don, have to be concerned that first pitch in play this season for Riley. He's hitting .400 with that first pitch offering put in play with 3 home runs.
Riley 8 for his last 19. Flips it foul off to the right, out of play. Sheets gives it a look, but well out of play. 2 grand slams on his resume for Austin Riley. Wild swing and a miss. 0-2. Chase a slider. Takes his hitter's timeout. Granted by the home plate umpire Dan Merzel.
This is where he's got to get Riley early. He can't go off 3-2. Remember Dominic Smith, you mentioned it, Don. He had him 0-2, right? And worked a deep count. He's got to make a pitch here. Let his defense work for him.
That is strike 3. There's your strikeout. 1 down. Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel.
Looking for something else. Austin Riley. Frozen pizza.
So bases loaded, 1 down. Rowdy Tellez, a veteran. And we'll take a look at ball 1. Lots of opportunities last night for the Braves. They could not cash in. And a golden opportunity here in the second inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now there's 1 out for Tellez. Just 5 games, hitting at 200.
Yes. Rowdy's on my softball team.
He is on the roster.
Yeah, he
last
is.
time I checked.
Love Rowdy Tellez.
Last night the Braves 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. He's got 5 grand slams on his resume.
Wow.
Foul back, 2-2. Canning trying to pitch his way out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation to begin his outing. Timeout granted here to Rowdy Tellez. Bases filled with Braves, 1 out. They're in the 2-2. Into right center field, a base hit. Smith will score. Here comes Dubon around. Throw will go to third. 2 runs in. And Atlanta jumps on top 2-0. Rowdy Tellez drives in a pair.
Trying to keep the ball on the ground versus Tellez. He throws the cutter this time. It's at 91. Oh, that ball looked like it went the other way. That looks like a 2-seamer or some type of off-speed pitch just kind of floated up there right into the swing path.
First and second now with still 1 out. Here's Mike Yastrzemski, the recipient of strike 1. Saw a lot of Mike Yastrzemski in his 8th season spent with San Francisco. Last year with 2 teams, Kansas City and San Francisco. And this year, his first year in Atlanta. 71 games so far for the Braves. They get .230 and 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. The 25 home runs for the San Francisco Giants back in 2021. He didn't get to the big leagues, lose 28.
Late arrival. Likes to try to pull the ball.
Now 35 years of age. It's his hitter's timeout here as they reset the clock. Ball and 2 strikes to Yastrzemski. Only hitting a .241 here, though. I'm a little surprised by that in 35 total games at Petco Park. Guess he did most of his damage against the Padres at Oracle Park in San Francisco.
Whoa. Sweeper that almost got away. Big pitch here. 2-2. You don't want to go 3-2.
It's been a 25 pitch inning so far for Canning. Lifts it foul down left field line, out of play.
And when you talk pitch count, there's nothing you do with the foul balls. The guy's got good bat control, hand-eye coordination. He's just flicking foul balls all over the place.
It's annoying, though.
It's very annoying as you take a look at the sequence here. Hard stuff, a couple of wrinkles, a bigger wrinkle in that sweeper, and late on that 94 we just saw.
7th pitch coming to Yastrzemski, and a ground ball foul. When Padres pitchers K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. First and second, 1 down, 2 runs already in for Atlanta. Yastrzemski out ahead.
I remember seeing balls off the bat like that in San Francisco. Remember, Don, in San Francisco, it's very short down that right field line, right? Then it jets out.
Then there's some water.
Yep. And he likes to try to pull the ball. That was a slider. Speeding up his bat to the pull side. Foul.
30th pitch of the inning for Canning, his first. Foul back, it continues. Got to be very frustrating for a pitcher when he can't put somebody away.
You start thinking to yourself, do I need to invent a pitch here? No, you have to stay positive and you have to stick to your strength until that hitter proves that he can do otherwise. But to be really good at what your craft is, you have to go both ways. Your strength and the hitter's weakness.
10th pitch of this at bat, 5 fouls and a full count down.
And a good eye by Yastrzemski there, laying off that 4-seamer away.
Top of the order, Michael Harris, the second, waiting on deck. Swing and a miss, and Yastrzemski strikes out on a slider. Second strikeout for Griffin Canning, 2 down.
That is a big pitch, Griffin Canning, and that's a big strikeout. Let's take another look. Up top, spins it. See the depth on that? That slider kind of breaks straight down at 88.
An 11-pitch strikeout. It was a battle that Canning ends up winning. Now Harris will take a strike. It's off-speed pitches this season at 364. Canning using the changeup about 24% of the time. Sinker that time.
If you're gonna throw that off-speed stuff, middle end, it's gonna spell disaster against a guy like Harris. You know, you can backdoor the breaking ball. You go change up away. You go high heat. A lot of pitches this inning. 35 coming your way right here.
And it's an 0-2 to Harris. And he drills it to right. Fernando going back, going to be over his head and off the fence. Scoring is Baldwin from second base, and into second goes Michael Harris. 3-0 Atlanta. And that one nearly got out of here.
It was a slider, and I was just talking about the off-speed pitch, middle in, something soft, elevated, speeding up his bat, and that's when you run into trouble. And that's trouble off the wall. Bravo's adding on.
Second and third, and Ozzie Albies. A strikeout victim in the first inning, went swinging. Whoa. Next pitch will be 37. So far, 2/3 of an inning for Griffin Canning. Action in the pen. Kyle Hart, I think, is just up.
Well, you're hoping that Griffin Canning can be the bulk guy many innings. Well, now this might be a situation where Kyle Hart will be that bulk guy.
Popped up foul off to the left out of play. Twelve home runs this year for Albies. Was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Canning falling behind here, 3-1. Matt Olson waits on deck here for the Braves. Put a 3 spot on the board so far here in the second inning. Ball 4. He walks him. First free pass served up by Canning. And here comes Craig Stammen. Walking very slowly to give Kyle Hart some more time.
Yeah, get a few more tosses. Remember, you get 8 when you get out there. Oh, rough night in the big leagues for Griffin.
Pitching change from Petco Park, 3-0 Atlanta. 3-0 the Braves on top of the Padres here in the midst of the second inning. The score on our UC San Diego Health scoreboard is entering the game. Third pitcher already of this game is Kyle Hart.
All right, it's time to get busy for the Heartthrob. Enters his 17th game. He's lowering that ERA 4.09, 22 innings. Not a lot of strikeouts. There's some contact there. Kyle Hart throws about 92, 93 on the fastball. Last time out at Texas, he went back-to-back games. Inning in one game, 2/3, no runs in both those outings.
Matt Olson with the bases loaded. And a first pitch strike from Hart. Braves generally bounce back well. They're 19-9 after a loss, second best in the majors, only behind the Dodgers in that category. And of course they lost last night in frustrating fashion, just unable to come up with even one run.
Great job by the Kingfish. Michael King, Morejon, Mason Miller. It's Miller time to wrap it up.
Bases loaded for Atlanta. And Olson will take ball 2. So Canning lasts just 2/3 of an inning. And responsible for all 3 base runners right now for the Braves. And so far, first 3 runs the Braves have put together in this inning. Ball 3 and no place to put him.
Entering the danger zone right here.
With Dominic Smith waiting on deck. Takes the strike, and it's a full count now. He thought he had ball 4. Another frustrating night for Griffin Canning.
This one just catches at the knees.
Time to party. 3-2, bases loaded, 2 down. Everybody on the move. And a pop-up that will get backhand out of play. And we'll party on.
I want to party with you, Cowboy. Got to make a pitch here. That last pitch, a sweeper, 3-2. You can tell that Olsen was way out in front of it.
Fouls it back. Battle continues.
There it is. 4-seamers, sweepers. One or the other. Flip a coin. 50-50 up to this point.
48th pitch of this inning coming up. It's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, it is.
3-2 again. And that's ball 4. He walks in a run. 4-0 Atlanta. That run will be charged to that man. And it's an RBI for Olsen when the bases loaded walk. So now the Braves have batted around here in the 2nd inning. Dominic Smith led it off with a single as he takes strike 1 from Hart. Career .355 hitter with the bases loaded, has 3 grand slams on his resume and 1 this season.
No, that's a good take there because a lot of guys are looking for the fastball. That was a fastball down, but he lays off it for the ball.
Ball 3.
Ooh.
3-1. Four runs so far in the inning with Dubon waiting on deck. A strike much needed. Full count. Hart backs off a disengagement. Time to party again. Bases loaded. 3-2 the count with 2 down. Everybody on the move. And a ground ball softly at the first base. Handled by Sheets. He'll tag the bag, and that is the end of a very tough inning. Damage has been done. 4-0 Atlanta. Time now for Old Spice Fresh Stats. Well, the Padres are pretty one-sided here in the Braves season series since 2024, winning 11 of 15. Runs per game over almost 3.5 for the Padres. Starters ERA pretty similar. Bullpen ERA one-sided for the Padres, 2.09.
Yeah, better team for the Padres, plain and simple, since 2024.
4-0. Braves have the lead here. Padres come to bat in the bottom of the 2nd.
A lot of catching up to do.
Some work to do.
Yep. What's the old term? Chip away, right? Doesn't have to get all 4 this inning, but you at least get 1 back in the bottom half.
Gavin Sheets leading it off here, the first baseman today. Flips the 1-1 foul to our left. Here's the good news. The Padres have 19 come from behind wins. 6th most in Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah, there's more where that came from.
1-2 is chopped to third to the backhand. Riley, long throw on one hop is in time.
That's a nice play. 2 reasons. As we take a look at this. A, watch how he backs up on this hopper. And then 2, the short hop over to first base. Plenty of time. If he tries to play that short hop and get a little fuzzy maybe, but he played that one perfectly down there at third base. Austin Riley.
First out of the second inning, Xander Bogaerts getting his first look here at Richie. He's now working with a 4-run lead. Xander starting the night at 228, 8 homers and 29 runs batted in. Crowds him in tight with a 94. Didn't give up any hits in that first inning. J.R. Ritchie did walk a batter and Simon Taylor, with Will Wagner waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch, and there's a 4-pitch walk for Bogaerts. Second walk handed out by Ritchie. Here's a look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. Down in the second inning with Bogaerts at first and Will Wagner, the DH, batting out of the 7th spot for San Diego, and taking one down and in.
You know, if you're a hitter against Ritchie, you make him prove to you that he can throw that breaking ball for a strike. Take it for a ball there. Just spin on that last slider.
Falling behind 2-0. And looks like Baldwin is going to head out here and try to settle him down. Mentioned the number 2 prospect coming into the season for the Braves. Prospect no more. He's in the major leagues. Right now has thrown 6 straight balls.
Getting an opportunity, that's for sure. Schwelbach on the IL. Talking about injured pitchers. You've got Scheuer. You've got Strider. So Walt Weiss trying to have guys fill those roles. You take a look at the highest starters ERA for the Braves.
June's been tough. 5.59. September of 2023 the toughest at 5.77.
Ouch, man.
There is a strike after the meeting. 2-1. Three balls and a strike to Wagner. Rodolfo Duran waits on deck for San Diego. Wagner will take ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks. 3-0 for Ritchie. Patience is a virtue right now.
And that's very, very key because hitters can get a little froggy at times. Swing at some pitchers' pitches, right? No, good job both by Xander and Will Wagner to pass it on to Duran.
First and second with one away. Duran. Next pitch will be 30 for Ritchie, the Brave starter. Inning and a third deep into his outing. 70 pitches combined between the two teams in this inning.
Yeah. And that's when that Duran's got to jump on there. That ball was literally right down the middle, a two-seamer. Ooh. Off the plate a little bit, trying to bring back that four-seamer. A little bit of run to it at 97.
Duran into left field, a base hit. Bogarts will be waved around. Dominic Smith's throw will be cut off, and the Padres are on the board. They get one back. Rodolfo Duran driving it in. Yeah, making the walks hurt here a little bit. That's the first walk that's turned into a run.
Oh, the number 8 spot coming through. This is the curveball. And he went out and got it one-handed to the left side, 5.5 hole. Now, third base coach Bob Henley, he's getting a little workout. Sending Xander, and the Padres, there's that one run I was talking about. Even if you get one, chance to get more right here.
Sun Moon Song. That's out of the 9 spot tonight for the Padres. 200 average coming in his first 27 games in a Padres uniform.
Really good change up there. That had some serious bite late, and that's coming in at 90. That's a hot combo.
Strike call on a changeup to make it 1-2. With Wagner at second, Duran at first, 1 out, a run in. Grounded throw into left field, a base hit. Wagner being waved around. No throw from Smith. Padres have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 Atlanta. Quick answer here from San Diego, and the bottom of the order getting it done.
Just putting the ball in play. There's another changeup. He threw a good one to him earlier, and he just chops down on this one. 1, 2, 3 hopper. Smith does not have an arm in left field. Bob Henley was waving him as soon as that ball got through, cutting the lead in half.
And now a quick message from Kia. First and second, still just 1 out in the inning. 2 runs in. And you get the big guys coming up now.
Time to make some hay.
Ball 2, 2-0. So the 2 walks in this inning have turned into runs. Walk to Bogarts, walk to Wagner. They have both scored. Cut this lead in half. And we got Duran at second, Song at first. Here's a 2-0. Make it 3-0. Samad Taylor waiting on deck. Taking a strike. To right field. That's a fair ball into the right field corner. Duran will score. Song will be stopped at third, and it's a 1-run game. RBI double for Fernando.
Making some hay while Now the sun shines, and Fernando going the opposite way. How close this ball slicing. Get on your horse. That's some good hitting right there by Fernando. Still only one out.
Now Simon Taylor.
Hey,
look out. That will clank off the glove of Baldwin, but not far enough for Song to try it from third.
It's a curveball that just got away.
Diving at shortstop, Dubon is thrown to first to get away. Run scores to tie it. Here comes Fernando to take the lead. He is safe.
Padres creating chaos on the bases. Let's go back to the pitch. Four-seamer. Boy, Samad has been swinging the bat. Well, what a great play by Mauricio Dubon. Now the short hop. There's an errant throw. Now everybody's off and running, and then watch the athletic slide by Fernando. Just getting in.
Now Merrill, as the Padres have taken the lead. Pops it up right side. Coming from second is Albies. A little stagger, but he makes the catch. Second out of the inning. So for Taylor, he gets credit for an infield hit. There's a throwing error from Dubon mixed in there that allows Taylor to take second and Fernando to score the go-ahead run. And has the Padres on top 5-4. Here's Manny.
Oh, he buckled on that breaking ball there. First pitch curveball.
Manny to left field, and Dominic Smith will make the catch that ends the inning, but the damage, oh, it's been done. Padres score 5 times in the bottom of the second to take a 5-4 lead. Rodolfo Duran driving in a run. Sung Moon Song and Fernando. 5-4 Padres. Five to 4, Padres now have the lead over the Braves as we head to the top of the third. This weekend, the Los Angeles Dodgers return to Petco Park for the final time this regular season, Friday, June 26th through June 28th. Secure your seats for this National League showdown at America's #1 ballpark. Visit Padres.com/tickets. Wild one so far as we head to the third inning. So the second inning saw 9 total runs. Both teams batted around. 87 total pitches. It's 5-4.
Baseball. Baseball. You never know what you're going to see when you come to the yard.
Inside out swing and a foul by Dubon, who leads it off here in the third inning. Sharply hit, but foul.
Now it's time for Kyle Hart and the bullpen to shut down the Braves. This is a huge inning for the left-hander and the Padres. Quick 0.
Dubon looks a little pop-up as Gavin Sheets into foul ground for out number 1. And bring up Drake Baldwin. Hit by a pitch in the second inning. So the line on Canning, who is now off the hook, was 2/3 of an inning. 4 hits, 4 runs. He walked 1, struck out 2. A strike to Baldwin. He does the bulk of the work as far as catchers go for the Braves, no doubt about it. And again, fresh off the IL. And down 0-2. Well, his first at bat back in this blast. 473 feet away through the rain at Truist Park in Atlanta. Wow. Longest home run this season in the majors. That strike 3 gets him looking. First strikeout for Kyle Hart. 2 down.
Big pitch by the big left-hander. Right on the outside corner to get last year's Rookie of the Year.
2 down in the third for Austin Riley. A strikeout victim in the second inning. That was Griffin Canning.
Nice.
Strike 2.
Good splitter.
Went around. Strike 3. Nice 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hart. There's your shutdown inning. 5-4 Padres. Last of the third and a wild one from Petco Park in San Diego. As I think we have Michael King. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're good.
Are we good? Really?
I had to mess with this little box over here.
Wow, welcome to TV.
Oh, yeah. There's interrupt and non-interrupt.
Yeah, you can control the levels over
Yeah.
there. Like if I'm too loud, you can go down lower.
Yeah, like turn the right one all the way down and you can just hear it in your left ear.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
see?
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
right. See what we have to deal with up
That's
here?
crazy. You guys are wizards up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Hey, so he's going to ask you a question. He's already
Can I-
told everybody what he's going to ask you, so I'm going to jump ahead of him because I can. I mean, great outing, obviously. What did you like about last night?
That we won the game.
Okay. But about yourself, I mean, what was really working for you that maybe hadn't been working before? You won't do it, will you?
I had a lot of loud outs that went to right two players or had Jackson out in the outfield make really good plays.
Okay. Well, I have to read this real quick. It's time now for our Active Mic presented by the Active Cash Card. That's what is presenting us Michael King.
Yeah, Michael, as Don asked you that question, the way I was going to phrase it is, Zoe, you really stunk last night. What did you do wrong? Because we know you're a perfectionist.
Oh, yeah.
But you answered the question, and you know what? I can see that, right? It's almost like...
Here's a drive out towards deep right center field for Gavin Sheets back at the wall. It is caught.
It's like the situation, and I know you're like this because I've seen it. You make a pitch, the guy fouls it off, as we take a look at last night. But yet, even though it's a foul ball and it's a strike, you didn't like the pitch. You didn't like the location. But tell us about last night. Looks like you had a nice changeup working, had the two-seamer.
They're a very aggressive team. And so I was okay getting into bad counts as long as I was able to have good strike-to-ball pitches or at least like still nibble the corners. And that like Kevin Acey asked me after the game, said something about no walks, and I was like, yeah, but I was in so many 2-0, 3-1, 1-0 counts that they're just a very aggressive team, and if I was able to locate, even if it was for a ball early in the count, then I could expose different holes later in the count, even if it was hitter advantage count. So I feel like I did a pretty good job at that. Duran was phenomenal back there again. The last pitch that I threw was that changeup to Mateo, and I told him I actually did not like changeups to Mateo pregame. But he looked at me. It was a foul ball down right field line, so we were waiting for the defenders to get back, and he looked at me and called changeup. And I looked at him like, I said no. And he was like, no, you got me. And so I executed it, and I think he had a really good reaction after that because he called that one, which was a really good one.
Well, it's got to be a nice feeling also because the bullpen, we're spoiled to see this bullpen, having Adrian come in and then Mason Miller.
I got Mason throwing pumpkin seeds at me right now.
What, coming in at 104?
We talked about this. We'll like scout teams and show highlights of like them swinging and missing, and it's Mason throwing 104, and I'm like, that does nothing for me because how am I supposed to replicate that?
The previous pitch was called a ball. The catcher has challenged.
We got an ABS challenge here powered by T-Mobile.
How do you guys like the ABS?
I love it. Love it.
I think it's great,
especially now.
Yeah. The pitch was a ball.
What do you got on ABS?
Atlanta has one remaining challenge.
Do you like it?
I do. I love the challenge system. I think full ABS would be not great because it really diminishes the catcher position. And I think you can see a lot of catchers show their value in knowing the zone, and you can gain a ton of strikes, which ultimately leads to a ton of outs by really knowing the zone.
Are you all for giving the catcher that kind of latitude, though? Because it seems like you pitchers are, and I mean you guys in general, but I mean it seems like you're pretty emotional about those decisions. It may not be too clear.
Easy.
You know, maybe every pitcher I've been around, I got to have that. I got to have that. Really? Well, what if it's not a strike?
Yeah. I would think that I'm less emotional than the average.
Okay.
See, this is getting crazy now.
Yeah. That's a lot of seeds.
I know. That's now Ty coming at me. But
whoa, throw sliders with seeds.
But I fully trust Duran. Campy was great with it before he got hurt. So I think that the catchers that I've had this year are really good with it. So I leave it up to them.
I think Mud would challenge everyone if he could.
I think I'd be a little. I would have to force myself not to be tapping the top of my hat. That's for sure.
It honestly, in spring training, I told Stanman, even though the pitchers were not allowed to challenge, I said in spring, can I try it out and see how good I am? And I think I got 2 right, and then the third one I got wrong, and I said, you will never see me tap my hat again.
Well, congratulations on what was an outstanding
real quick,
effort.
you guys better ask Wandy to come on tomorrow.
Okay,
and
we got it.
Tell Randy he's in the box.
Yeah, he's in the box. All right, see you guys.
5-4 Padres.
Well, last night at Petco Park, the ceremonial first pitch was thrown by Aitana Bonmati, a 3-time Ballon d'Or winner and 3-time Best FIFA Women's Player recipient in 2023, 2024, and 2025. Really nice to see her here at Petco Park. And tonight, the Padres had a first responder salute to law enforcement before the game. You're seeing the check presentation that took place at home plate. So very, very nice to see them recognized for their work in the community, which we are all, of course, very grateful for.
Indeed we are. Thanks very much, Mary Lou.
Thank you, Mary Lou. Good report there.
Rowdy Tellez leading it off here in the 4th inning. So after a crazy second, both teams go 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd inning. A little slip there at the end of the delivery for Hart. High drive, foul down the right field line. Yeah, so for the Padres in that inning, 54 pitches, 10 batters in the 2nd inning. In the 3rd, 11 pitches, facing only 3 batters in the 3rd inning. That's turning things around.
Yeah, it is. Nice. Well, Kyle has been working in that slider, working a little last time he was out there, but it was a lot of splitters, 4-seamers, working in the slider now. Ooh, he wanted to.
Mike Yastrzemski waiting on deck here. for the Braves as they bat in the 4th inning, now trailing by a run. To left center, struck well. Taylor going back in front of the wall to make the catch. Went a long way the other way, but Samon Taylor back there to make the grab. First out of the 4th inning.
It had that sound to it. Let's go back to the 4-seam fastball. And Tellez squares it up underneath a little bit, trying to take it the other way. You know, you feel that Berber carpet underneath your feet, and then you run onto those potato chips onto the warning track, and you had plenty of room to haul it in.
Now Yastrzemski with 1 out. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Five in a row now retired by Kyle Hart. 3rd arm used tonight by the Padres.
Beautiful night downtown.
Got the popcorn sky going.
Yeah.
As the sun sets in San Diego. That is strike 3, gets him looking. 3rd strikeout for Hart, 2 down. Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design. Build, remodel.
A little extra on that last 2-seam sinker from Kyle Hart. That was 95. The kid's living around 92, 93. A little hump up on that sinker for the punch out. Good pitch.
Now Harris swing and a miss at a good sweeper. Harris struck out swinging in the 1st. He doubled to right in the 2nd, and he drive in a run. Strike 2. More sweepers.
Oh, the Indiana Hoosiers got it working.
This is Harris's 3rd plate appearance and the 3rd different pitcher that he's faced each time. Started with Peralta, moved on to Canning, and now facing Kyle Hart. Line to right and in for a base hit for Harris. Over to play it is Fernando, and Harris thought about maybe going, and Fernando gets it back in.
Don, you saw the exact same thing I did. Harris was out of the box. He was thinking possibly 2. I mean, he was hustling out of the box. Here's the breaking ball to the pull side. He went out and got it. And as a hitter, you see that outfielder. He's thinking. Oh, Kyle Hart going Netflix on us. Anyway, Harris with that breaking ball to the pull side.
And for Harris, his 2nd 0-2 hit tonight. He doubled on an 0-2 pitch in the 2nd. And now a single on an 0-2 pitch from Hart. This will get away, and heading to second base is Harris.
Spiked the sinker at 94. Oh, check that. It's up and away. What was I looking at?
I don't know. The one it's going to miss. 2-0.
You know what? I was right. Full disclosure, I was writing down a wild pitch in my book, and I didn't see the pitch. And when you said what you said, I assumed, right?
So you just made it up?
Yeah. Just got away. I assumed it was in the dirt.
Hey, I've always said don't let facts get in the way of a good broadcast.
There you go.
If it sounds good, you go with it. Throw to second base and back safely is Harris. Most of my information is incorrect.
It sounds like it's true, though.
Well, yeah, just how you deliver it.
Yeah.
Yuki Matsui up in the pen. That's a fact. Rounding it foul into the Braves dugout, their house on the third base side of Petco Park. You may want to take note of that.
Duly noted. Leave that runner out there. Kyle's been throwing the ball extremely well tonight.
With Harris at second down, 2 down. Padres on top by a run. .42 pitches in relief here for Hart, who's been in this game since the second inning. And Olsen waits on deck for Atlanta. Fouled off of Durant. And that got him.
Get him in the shoulder?
I don't know. I don't know if that or this. He's in some pain, I can tell you that. And checking on him right away was Albies.
Oh, collarbone.
Ooh, collarbone.
Oh, man.
Fermin, who was activated before the game, going to get his stuff in case.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that hurts.
it's a direct hit.
Yep. Oh, man.
Just heard Michael King last inning, and again, thank him for joining us about what a great job that Rodolfo did for him last night.
Yeah.
How much he trusted him.
Yeah, he looks great behind the plate. I mean, all those years in the minor leagues, is a kid you got to be happy for. Looks comfortable back there. And when Michael King says positive things, that's a good thing, obviously. Oh, I hope he's okay.
Mark Rogo, the head trainer for the Padres, double checking here.
Happy haircut, by the way, to Mark Rogo. Little practice catch here. Bring it on. Whoa. Thanks, Kyle, for having me have to reach up. Hey, that's a good test,
Good
right?
test. Yep, he can do it.
Having to go up for that last warm-up pitch. All right, time to go to work.
2 down. Harris at second. Full count here to Albies.
Oh, man, that pitch was so far in. Pitch looked like it was heading right for his kneecaps.
Albies down the line and left, and that will be a fair ball to the corner. Around from second base comes Harris. He will score to tie the game. RBI double for Ozzie Albies. Tied at 5.
Well, you could tell that he was out in front of it, and that was the split finger fastball from Kyle Hart. Take another look at the location on that one. Yeah, he went out and got that one to the pull side one-handed. Foot was down, hands were back, and he reaches for it. Keeps it fair.
45 pitches for Kyle Hart in relief. His night is over. We will have a pitching change. Game tied at 5.
100 years ago.
5-5 in the midst of the top of the 4th inning. We'll step into the captain's chair and take on this limited Taking third is Albies.
So it's going to be one of these games, eh? Well, stay tuned. Buckle up. Hunker down. As Yuki's first offering is back to the screen.
Sometimes you got to hit the ball.
Yep. And for Yuki, 18th game, wonderful ERA 1.46. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Leave Albies out there.
Grounded foul outside of first to even the count at 1-1. Two and one. Go ahead, run 90 feet away in Albies, who's well down the line. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Good split. Hart throwing 45 pitches in 2 innings. Responsible for Albies, who's at third base. Because Manny is playing really over towards the shortstop spot, Albies can get way down the line. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout right there. Braves get a run and tie the score 5-5.
Welcome back to Petco Park. All tied up at 5 apiece in the bottom of the fourth as we take a look at that UC San Diego Health scoreboard. Matt Olson there at first base for the Braves. Today marks 860 games played in a row. He leads Major League Baseball in consecutive games played. It's the 9th longest games played streak in Major League Baseball history. Talked to him today in the Braves clubhouse, and he humbly said there has been some luck involved to stay healthy. It's been a bit of a perfect storm. But there was a time when he was a bit unlucky. This streak started on May 2nd, 2021. But just a few days prior, on April 29th of that year, while taking batting practice, he hit a ball that ricocheted off the L screen and hit him in the eye, like you just saw right there. Pretty gnarly, but it only kept him away from the game for a few days until he could open his eye again. It was about a half an inch away from being a real problem, but thankfully it wasn't, and it was after that that this current streak came to be.
Wow.
Very impressive.
That is impressive. Now, I'm guessing a lot of people are asking, will the streak be broken? No chance.
No chance.
No. I mean, when you look at Cal, and what Matt Olson is doing, I mean, he posts, and he's a great teammate,
yep.
Really, really good player. He can play on my team any day of the week.
Durant pops this up left side. Dubon will make the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And since we saw Cal Ripken's name at the top of that list, let's put this into a little bit of perspective. The streak for Cal Ripken started on May 30th, 1982, and ended on September 19th, 1998.
Wow.
That's 16 seasons. 16.
So, and here's the other thing. Olson is 32 years old. He'd have to play 11 seasons with 162 games to catch Ripken.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
It's not likely.
No. No.
Cal had a couple of close calls
Yeah, he did.
with injuries. And
Yeah.
Sun Moon Song with 1 out here in the 4th. And an RBI single in the 2nd inning, part of that wild 2nd inning that saw the Braves score 4 in the top of the 2nd. Padres answered with 5 in the bottom of the 2nd. Braves since have added a run in this inning, and we're tied up 5-5. ball 4. Walks the number 9 man. That is the 4th walk allowed tonight by Ritchie. Score-free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with the purchase of a large drink.
How about a home run this inning?
1 out, 1 on for Fernando. He's grounded out to third and doubled to drive in a run. There goes Song, and the throw to second base. Not in time. Stolen base into scoring position with 1 away.
Oh, that's huge. Keeps you out of the double play as Walt Weiss says no. Let's take another look. Decent jump. Not the best, but still. The oven mitt on the bag. Stay on the bag. Stay on the bag. And in safely.
Fernando to short. Dubon with the play in front of him will get the out at third base. Lead runner Song retired.
Didn't beat the ball. You know, we talked about that. I think it was in St. Louis, one of the series recently. And that's one of those where if you beat the ball, you got a chance. See how the ball's in front of him? Not good. Dubon just a little throw to third, and Riley gets him as Song tries to do the old swim move.
Yeah, not a bad move.
Yeah.
But he's out number 2 with Fernando at first, and here's Samad Taylor. Over to first disengagement. Strike 2. Samad had a 12-game hitting streak come to an end in the final game of the road trip. Over to first, second disengagement, and Fernando back safely. So now that's 2. We'll see if he takes off. He's running, and that is strike 3 as he goes in head first. Doesn't matter. 3rd out of the inning, 5th strikeout for Ritchie, all tied at 5. 5 as we start the 5th inning. Well, Padres baseball is better together. Group spaces provide turnkey experiences to create unforgettable memories. Book a sweeter all-inclusive group space at Petco Park this season. Learn more at Padres.com/groups.
That's Padres.com/groups. It's a great way to watch a big league ball game. Got some future big leaguers there as we look down where Donnie and I did a game earlier this year.
Yes, the beach.
Yeah.
Did a game up there, too.
Yeah, Western Metal Building. It's all good.
Dominic Smith leads it off here in the 5th. And bloops it foul to our left. Popped up left side as Bogarts on the short lawn and left will make the catch for out number 1. Here's a look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. With 1 out in the 5th inning, Mauricio Dubon.
Who?
Mauricio Dubon. Pitch in the dirt, and he chases a slider. I hope he becomes a Padre someday so that I can say,
yeah,
Mauricio Dubon all the time. Maybe he will. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know this game of baseball, right?
He's Mauricio Dubon.
Sounds like a cologne line.
It does. That scent, is it
A night on the town with your bride, with your significant other? Try a little Mauricio Dubon and bring it home. Mauricio Dubon, the one, the only.
high drive? Mauricio Dubon has left the yard and put the Braves on top 6-5.
Oh, it's a four-seam fastball. You got to be careful. Oh, that's middle in, and every hitter looks for that middle in. Foot was down. He threw the head. Breaks the tie.
Swinging a foul tip. Drake Baldwin now. So Dubon breaks the tie. Braves have their lead back again. One time on top 4-0. Now it's 6-5.
Might be one of those seesaw battles back and forth. Still plenty of baseball left.
So Dubon gets his 43rd RBI, gives them a lead. His career high is 47, did that in 2024 with the Astros, so he's already nearing his career high in RBIs, and we're not out of June yet. Swing and a miss, and a good bounce back here for Matsui as he strikes out Baldwin. Second strikeout for Matsui.
Nice bounce back for the left-hander after the home run. That's a high slider.
Padres pitchers K 9 batters tonight, so you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Two down, bases empty. Austin Riley hits a fly ball to straightaway center. Merrill back with plenty of room. Makes the catch. One of the deepest parts of the yard. We're out number 3. Home run for Dubon. It's 6-5 Atlanta. Jackson will lead it off when we come back to San Diego.
Utah.
Padres baseball is presented by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres. And by Jack in the Box. Get fired up with a Hot Ones Munchie Meal. A wild one tonight at Petco Park in San Diego, where the Braves have taken a 6-5 lead. Single runs in the 4th and 5th innings as the Padres come to bat here in the last of the 5th. Jackson Merrill 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped out. Last 12 games at 283. Strike 2. Next pitch will be 80 for the Braves starter J.R. Ritchie. Kind of settle in here in the middle innings after a rocky second, which he gave up the 5 runs, and that 4-run deficit was erased by the Padres. High drive, deep right field. Back goes Yastrzemski, and that ball's high off the wall. Heading for second base and diving safely with a double is Jackson Merrill. Nearly got out of here to right. And Craig Stammen wants to see if they'll do a crew chief review on this ball in right field, whether it was on top or not. Didn't appear to be.
Yeah. Jackson had to hustle. Yastrzemski plays that carom to throw into second base. He is in safely. Boy, he got so much top hand on that. Hit the ball on the line. Oh, got out there in a hurry.
Look at that ball in right field.
Can't get any closer than that.
Nope.
Huh? Wow.
It's the one place in the ballpark where you can get up on top there. It's gone.
Yep.
He was close. Manny may have gone. They'll check. Yes, he did. First base umpire Dan Bellino. It's also the crew chief. So this is just the first time tonight the lead runner has reached in an inning for San Diego. Action in the pen, Carlos Carrasco. First up for Atlanta. Slowly rolled down the third baseline foul to even the count at 2-2.
Well, one thing for sure with Richie, he will mix up his pitches with the best of them. As you mentioned a little bit ago, Don, now over 70 pitches, but he's shown all 6 of his pitches. Kind of becomes a guessing game. Curveball, sinker, four-seamer, changeup, slider, cutter.
Full count down to Machado with Merrill at second, nobody out. Gavin Sheets waiting on deck. Spirals off the backside, no throw, first disengagement.
For Richie, he's been heavy on the changeup tonight. Boy, a hanging changeup here might work for Manny as he calls time. Changeup most thrown tonight.
To center, and Harris makes the catch for out number 1. Merrill remains at second. That'll bring up Gavin Sheets.
Actually, I want to correct myself. The sinker's been used most tonight. He has thrown a lot of changeups, some of that curveball as well from Richie.
Merrill at second, 1 down. Sheets 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third, flied out to center.
Jackson turned around a fastball, lefty. Sheets a lefty. See if he gets a heater.
Now, Padres last night 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Tonight much better, 4 for 10. Down the line at first, but foul. Tying run in scoring position to begin the inning in Merrill. And now there's one away. And Sheets waiting on a 1-2 pitch from Richie. Off the backside to throw this time. So used to saying he spirals but no throw. I didn't know what to do when he actually threw the ball.
Yeah, and you know, to be safe, if you do that, you don't have to throw to second base. Oh, tied him up on that high heater.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a curveball. 6 strikeouts now for Richie. And 2 down in the 5th.
A really good sequence as far as changing the eye angle against Gavin Sheets. Remember the fastball up and in tied him up? Now he goes downstairs with that breaking ball. That's that good curveball at 84. Upstairs, downstairs for the swing and miss.
2 down, Merrill at second base, and here's Xander. Walked and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd inning. Falls behind him 2-0. Five pitches right now for Richie with 2 down here in the 5th. They're trying to get him through the 5th inning. We're having to go to that bullpen even though Carrasco has been warming.
Yeah, the most he's thrown this year as far as pitches, 97.
Wagner waits on deck with 2 down. Merrill at second base. Tying run in scoring position. And there's strike 2. When in doubt, that curveball he flips up there.
Yeah, 3-1 curveball. Oh, that's a good one.
And he can throw it for a strike.
Yep.
Swing and a miss, and Bogart strikes out. Leadoff double is wasted. That's 7 strikeouts for Richie. 6-5 Atlanta.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Braves lead the Padres 6-5 in the top of the 6th. It is now time for Ask Don and Mud, brought to you by Calco's Credit Union. Today's question comes from Darby Stone. She wants to know, guys, if you could have dinner with 3 people in baseball, living or deceased, who would you choose?
It's a good question. I would like to have dinner with Tony Gwynn.
Nice.
I never met Tony Gwynn.
Nice.
In all the years that we were signed a postseason series together and then switched at the last moment. I want to say 2008. And I was supposed to work with him. I would have the chance to meet him then, and I never did. But that's certainly someone I would like to have dinner with.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got 3.
You got all 3? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know that I do. Go ahead. No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
My 3 would be Babe Ruth.
Okay.
You got to have dinner with the Bambino, right?
Absolutely. That's true.
On a train going from New York to like St. Louis.
You want to be on the train.
My second one is Jackie Robinson.
Absolutely.
I would love to sit down with Jackie Robinson. And then my favorite player growing up as a kid, Ernie Banks.
Very cool. See, I would say some of the guys that, I was idolizing growing up, but I've had the chance to get to know some of them over the years. And the guys like Dennis Eckersley I've worked with. So, I've been very lucky in that regard that the guys that I idolized, I ended up working with. Dwight Evans, another one.
That's so cool. Very cool.
So it was, it's kind of gone full circle. Cal Ripken was a guy that I idolized as a kid and did his last game when he retired and then worked with him on TBS. So, yeah, a couple guys, but certainly Tony Gwynn would be mine. Out to right center field, and Merrill moves over to make the catch. If you have a question for us, scan the QR code or visit calcocu.org/baseball, and maybe you'll hear your question answered live on the air. Jeff White, the pinch hitter. Actually, it's Eli White. He's pinch hitting for Yastrzemski. With one out, bases empty. Matsui came into this game in the 4th inning, still pitching here in the 6th. This has become a bullpen game. One from Peralta, which was scheduled as the opener. Part that was not. The ball pitcher Griffin Canning goes 2/3 of an inning, giving up 4 runs. Kyle Hart goes 2, giving up a run. And so far, Matsui has given up a run in an inning and 2/3.
Yeah, this is the type of game where Craig Stammen, the manager of the Padres, has to, okay, how do I piece this game together and keep it close? We are close. The Padres are down by 1.
Here's a weird fact for you. Not often do you see a pitcher allow 5 runs in an inning, and right now in line for the win. Got a lot of baseball left in this game, but still, Richie hung in there and really settled in the middle innings.
Yep.
Striking out 5 from the 3rd through the 5th. To center, falling fast and dropping in for a base hit. A 1-out pinch hit single for Eli White. And we're talking about this being a bullpen game, and you're talking about 2 of the best bullpens in baseball. Braves coming in with a 2.84 ERA. The Padres at 3.07. Flips the order over here for Michael Harris II. Shows bunt and offered at it. Having a very good year, up over 300 at 309 with 14 homers, 42 runs batted in. He bats with White at first, and 1 out here in the 6th inning. Nothing in 2.
Well, the Braves aren't big on stealing bases. They're 12th in the National League, tied for 21st, and White over there's got 3 on the season.
Another 0-2 pitch to Harris. 2 of his 3 at bats. He's been at 0-2, and he's got a double and a single. Now it's 1-2. Six of the Braves' 8 hits have come with 2 strikes tonight. And another one. This one is down to the right field corner. Going first to third is White. Heading to second as Harris. He is safe. And it's second and third with 1 out. 3rd hit of the night for Michael Harris. Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel.
Well, you can hear Uncle Snappy in the house on that last slider. Gladly sacrificed that shillelagh for a double.
Comes Ruben Niebla. This has happened quickly. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. It's going to be Matsui for a little while. Nobody warming at the moment. Next pitch for Matsui will be his 30th in relief. There is some bouncing around out there, though. The last time we saw Ozzie Albies was back in the 4th inning. This RBI double.
You know, he's right on top of the plate, and when I look at a guy like that, that means he's got good plate coverage. And then that pitch to the pull side, he was all over it. Went out and got it. So the switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Matsui.
Intentional walk here for Albies this time. So put him on with first base open. This will load the bases with 1 out, but gives you the double play scenario to get out of this. And now provides you the lefty-lefty matchup here against Olsen.
And Olsen's, you know what, tough to double up. Only 2 times this year he's ground into a double play.
But you're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance always. See if you can get ahead here.
Flips it foul off to the left out of play. David Morgan up in the pen. Affectionately known as the captain. Off of Rodolfo Duran.
Well, that'll make him forget about his collarbone. Wow. He's got one tonight in the left collarbone, and then this one here, right off the forehead. And he's like, really? Wow.
Fermin activated tonight before the game after his stint on the concussion protocol. IL. Down the left field line foul.
Well, how consistent of a hitter is Matt Olson? Well, he's pretty darn good. Going into this game versus righties and versus lefties, even 271.
So splits don't matter here.
Right on the nose before this game. Yep. He uses the whole field. Hits it hard where it's pitched.
And he strikes out looking. He's going to challenge though.
The previous pitch was called a strike. The batter has challenged.
It was a strike.
The pitch was a strike. The batter is out. Atlanta has exhausted its challenges.
They're out of challenges.
Big time pitch for you Mets. The four-seamer right at the knees. Start that chainsaw.
Third strikeout for Matsui. Here's Dominic Smith, a 1-for-3 night. Bases filled with Braves with now 2 down in the inning. It was a huge out. Little pop-up. Down from first comes Sheets, and it'll be Rodolfo Duran, though, makes the catch in front of him. Out of the bases loaded jam is Matsui. 6-5 Atlanta. Six to 5. Braves have lead over the Padres. Padres coming to bat here in the home half of the 6th inning. Calling all faithful, sign up for Padres text messages to receive exclusive Padres news, content, information, and more. Text Padres to 78469 to join the fun. Again, text Padres 78469 or visit padres.com/contact. The pitcher into the game as we saw 5 innings and 98 pitches from J.R. Ritchie. Gave up 5 hits and 5 runs as Carrasco takes over.
39 years young. Carlos Carrasco enters his 7th game. Small sample size, 13 frames, only 6 strikeouts. He's allowed 1 home run. A lot of change-ups from Carrasco. Sinker, slider, cutter, and a four-seamer as well.
He's shortstop into the game. Mateo taking over at shortstop. With Dubon going from short to left. This one fouled back by Will Wagner. The first batter Carrasco will face, and staying in the game in right is Eli White. 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs for Ritchie. Walked 4, struck out 7 through 98 pitches. Really good. After the 5-run inning settled in. Pitch well in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and pitcher of record right now for Atlanta with the Braves on top by a run. Foul off to the left out of play. Hanging tough at 2-2.
You know, it's guys like this, Carrasco, are very valuable to a pitching staff, especially Walt Weiss. 17th season in the big leagues. As you take a look at the pitch sequence, I mentioned a lot of changeups. It's one or the other up to this point. These are the important innings for both bullpens. Obviously, you know, the Padres get the lead. Everybody talks about, oh, when that Padre team gets the lead in the 7th or 8th inning. Hey, it's Mason Miller time. It's Morejon. We saw it last night.
It was the 8th pitch of his plate appearance. 5 fouls. Full count. Good AB so far for Wagner. Duran on deck, and then we'll see Song. It's the bottom third of the Padres order here in the 6th inning. One hopper to second base, and Albies for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. With 1 out of the inning, Rodolfo Duran coming up. Duran singled in the 2nd, scored. Popped out to shortstop in the 4th inning. That single in the 2nd drove in a run. What a wild 2nd inning it was. A 4-run 2nd inning for the Braves in the top of the 2nd. Padres answered with 5 in the bottom of the 2nd. And really the 2nd time this week we have seen a wild inning like that as Morgan joins Adam in the pen. Of course, you remember the Padres jumping out to a 5-0 lead against the Rangers, only to have them answer with 6 in the bottom of the 1st.
I remember that one.
That was just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So we've seen 2 of those in a week. To right, White makes the catch for out number 2. 5 in a row retired here by Braves pitching. That'll bring up Song. Aboard twice on a single in the 2nd to drive in a run and a walk. It also was a stolen base in this game. Popped up first base way. Olsen will make the catch in foul ground. It's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Carrasco. Going to the 7th, 6-5 Braves. (6-5) Braves on top of the Padres. Mauricio Dubon about to lead it off here. Here's the difference in the game is it's time now for our drive of the game powered by Snapdragon. This home run in the 5th inning off Yuki Matsui. The difference in this game with the Braves on top 6-5. And for Dubon, his 8th home run of the year.
David Morgan enter the captain McCaptain, 16th game. Hard throwing right-hander. It's got the good curveball, fastball. It's got a changeup. Getting ahead with that 4-seamer.
Takes over for Matsui, who is on the hook. With 2 1/3, though, 3 hits, just the 1 run, 1 walk. It was of the intentional variety, and he struck out 3.
Hey,
Look out. 98.
well, this one right here, yep, getting away. Ooh, how close. Oh, very close. Ooh, and wow. Duran, watch Duran's arm as it goes up and over. Boy, wow.
Sure, that collarbone still not feeling great as he grabs it.
Yep.
Certainly that didn't help. Already got hit in the collarbone earlier. Skied to left center and has Samad Taylor coming in. He got knocked down, it appeared, in the first out here of the 7th. One down in the inning. Drake Baldwin. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Scored a run. Since then, 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging for the Braves backstop.
I like that phrase a lot.
Like that?
I love the baseball vernacular when referred to a catcher as the backstop.
I may mix it in more often.
I like that.
I'll let you know.
Well, Craig Stammen trying to piece this one together. 4th reliever out of the bullpen for the skipper, trying to keep it close. Nice block. Got to block that with 2 strikes. You never know. Guy might swing at it.
Up the middle, range into the backhand is Saul. Nice play. Honor the Padres legendary closer and Hall of Famer on Wednesday, July 8th at 7:10. The Trevor Hoffman bobblehead presented by Canals, limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Arrive early to score this collectible item when the Padres host the Diamondbacks. Visit Padres.com/giveaways.
You've got to have the Hall of Famer in your bobblehead collection. There's number 51 retired. And once again, Donnie, if you want to do the honors. And once again, thanks for our good friends at Canals. This is a quality item.
Very nice.
Yeah, he bobbles.
It's awesome. A lot of bobblage. Then on the back, you got some numbers, and when he was in the Hall of Fame.
Trevor was at the game last night. Don't know. I don't see him down there tonight. But Trevor, if you're watching, we love you, and it's a great bobblehead.
Really is very cool.
Yep.
I like the likeness.
He's got the goatee and everything, right?
Yep.
Or the Van Dyke, I should say. Nice. He's got that mean look. Is it a change-up grip? I want to see. Oh, no, he's throwing like a breaking ball, looks like. Makes a great gift.
1-1 to Austin Riley. Skips in. Strike 2. Riley gets his hitter's timeout.
Hey!
Whoa.
Bad land. Did you see that? Did not stick the landing. That's how you roll an ankle or twist a knee. Wow. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It was like halfway to the plate, too,
Yeah.
when it hit the ground.
And you know what, Durant, that stop there, once again, 2 strikes, right? You never know. Guys will swing at anything. You never know. He took that one right in the chest protector.
Ball 4, he loses him. A 2-out walk for Riley. So 2 down, Riley at first, and here's Rowdy Tellez. He is the DH, 1 for 3, drove in 2 with a single in the second inning. To left, Taylor coming in, and he'll slide to make the catch out there and left. 7th inning stretch, 6-5. Braves have the lead. We come back. Oh, Nando lead it off. Now it's time for our All-State Good Hands replay. And Song headed to third base. Gun down here.
Yeah, it was one of those grounders to the left side. He did not beat the ball off the bat, and he tries to do the swim, and let's see how close it is. He was ruled out. Good hands.
Second inning of relief for Carlos Carrasco. And a 1-2-3 6th inning, and much tougher part of the order here, dealing with the top of the Padres order. As promised, Fernando, followed by Samad Taylor and Jackson Merrill. Thought about it, does not pull the trigger, and it's 2-2.
Well, it looks like Carrasco can locate that changeup, because the pitch prior to that changeup was a strike. That one, he tries to make him fish for it, down and away a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Samad Taylor waits on deck. 6 in a row retired here by Braves pitching to start this 7th inning. Fly ball center field. Harris going back at the wall. Gone! Straightaway center, Fernando. Padres tie the score at 6. Home run number 3 of the year for Fernando.
It's a 2-seamer, and it's middle in, and Fernando lets it fly. Beautiful swing. To El Centro.
Bunt bid by Taylor, dropped down foul. Padres fans just scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with tonight's Padres home run. 410 feet on the home run to straightaway center. Taylor lines one to left, a base hit for Samad.
This is also a sinker. Look at him get the hands in, get the head, inner half. Spanks it to left. Samad says some of that.
Now Jackson Merrill. This is where the Padres do the bulk of their work. Plus 82 run differential from the 7th inning or later since the beginning of last year. It's been a wild one so far. We've been tied at 4-4, 5-5, and now 6-6.
Get back. Ooh.
Relatively close with Taylor back. Dylan Lee up in the pen right now for Atlanta. Over to first again. Another disengagement. Safe again.
Oh, he's got a big lead over there. You can see him kind of leaning a little bit towards second base. That's his style. That's stay on the bag. And he does. Outfield side. He's got to be going here, don't you think? Look at that. Oh, get down. Get down.
Oh, diving try, but throw to first in time. They get the out there. Well, it looked like Carrasco was going to lay it out, try to dive to make that play. The pitcher, and then at the last second, pulled off. Riley called him off. And Merrill is retired at first base as Taylor takes second.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. As a pitcher, I thought he was going to lay out there. He does give it an attempt, leaves it up to Riley. The speed of Merrill, but still they get him at first. Great concentration there. The old tuck and roll. Riley follows through, and he stays on the bag.
So Taylor into scoring position at second base. But now one out of the inning for Manny Machado. He can run a little bit on Drake Baldwin, it appears, for the Braves. 24 of 27 successful in stolen bases against Baldwin this year. Manny Machado 0 for 3 tonight. Pickoff play at second, and he almost threw it into center field. Albies had to come off the bag to the first base side to retrieve it.
Pulling the string on the changeup.
And for the series, the Braves 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Padres 4 for 12. Braves leaving more 8. Machado to center field. Harris coming in, diving to make the catch. Out number 2.
What a play by Harris out in center. First jump, ball off the bat, very, very key. Straight in. One of the tougher plays for an outfielder. Let's take a look. This ball diving. Boy, he better make sure it keeps it in front of him. That's trouble if it gets by him. Man, it's like nothing more I could do. He squared it up.
Here comes Walt Weiss to get Carrasco. Gives him an inning in 2/3. Gives up a home run to Fernando. That has tied the score 6-6. We've got a pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. 3rd home run of the year for Fernando. Straightaway center. All tied at 6. Six to 6 the score. As Ty France is going to pinch hit here for Gavin Sheets with 2 outs in the inning. Go ahead run at scoring position in Taylor, and Dylan Lee checks into the game and got a very good year. Lowest ERA by a reliever and at leaders this season. And you got Suarez, the former Padre, on top. Mason Miller Second, and this guy, Dylan Lee.
Dylan Lee, the 31-year-old out of Fresno State. Little chess game going on here.
First pitch swinging is France, and popping it up. Olsen to the outfield lawn makes the catch. That will end the inning. But a home run by Fernando has tied the score at 6.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Padres and Braves all tied up 6-6 in the top of the 8th. It's Mary Lou's Cook here. I'll be joined by Mike Pomerantz on the Padres post-game show. We know this Atlanta bullpen can be tough, but we of course know that the Padres bullpen can be just as tough. Padres will look to add on here late, and it has been all hands on deck for the Padres pitching staff. We're going to get some thoughts from the manager, Craig Stammen, on their night, and if the Padres offense is able to come through here, we'll hear from a hero of the game. It's all coming up after the last out.
All right, Mary Lou, thanks very much. We look forward to that as we play on here to the 8th. New pitcher into the game, Adrian Morejon.
Well, like last night, crunch time with the 1-run lead. Morejon pitched last night, 1 inning, 2 punchies. 37th game, tied up at 6 here. Really good numbers for the hard-throwing left-hander.
Eli White leading it off and quickly down 0-2 as he chases the changeup. Strike 3. Quick work of him. First out of the 8th.
He is so free and easy. Calm under pressure. Uno dos. Adios upstairs with the 4-seam fastball at 99.
Flips the order over. Here is Michael Harris. 3-hit night. 2 doubles and a single. And a fly ball down the right field line. Song, long run. Here comes Fernando. Look out! Fernando can't catch it, and to second base goes Harris. Almost a collision, and Tatis kind of veered off there and could not make the catch.
The first thing I think of is communication. Really tough to see if somebody's yelling there. It looks like Song, nothing there, and it looks like Fernando, can't tell. Probably not. Song senses him. He peels off. Now Fernando, it's almost like at the last second deciding to try to make that play after Song bailed. So the Braves, they get a break.
Ozzie Albies with the runner at second and 1 down. (100-mile-an-hour).
The previous pitch was called a ball. The catcher has challenged.
101, by the way.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-1. San Diego has 2 remaining challenges.
So good call there by Duran. They have charged Fernando an error on that play. So an E9. As Harris at second base with 1 out. On the ground by the mound to second base. Song will go to first for the out. 2 down, but on to third base goes Harris. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres. So 2 down, Harris at third. Here's Matt Olson. And 0 for 3 night with a walk for Olson. The walk came with the bases loaded, so picked up an RBI. It was back part of the 4-run second inning for Atlanta. Go ahead run, 90 feet away, even closer now. With 2 down here in the 8th. Olsen pops it up third base way. Machado into foul ground, makes the catch. Out of the jam is Maury Holland, works his way around the error. Tied at 6 to the bottom of the 8th. Padres baseball is presented by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. And by the Disney Cruise Line, where magic meets the sea. Tight one tonight as it's 6-6 to the last of the 8th we go. Dylan Lee back out there for the Braves. We got the final out of the 7th, starts the 8th. As does Bogaerts, leading it off here for the Padres. Bogaerts has walked and struck out twice. Evens the count here, 1-1.
There's that nasty changeup from Lee. He's got a high whiff rate on that. A lot of swing and miss. Good downward plane as well.
Galen Duhar on deck here for the Padres. Down the line at third as Riley throws out Bogaerts for the first out here at the bottom of the 8th. Sundays at Petco Park are perfect for families. Arrive early for Kids Fest in Gallagher Square, presented by Nuna. Featuring inflatables, face painters, and more. On select Sundays, the fun continues after the game with Kids Run the Bases, presented by Chick-fil-A. Join the festivities at Padres.com/KidsFest.
Make me a bicycle clown.
One down for Will Wagner, who takes strike one. Actually, this is Andujar hitting for Will Wagner, taking strike one. He has retired the 2 batters he has faced as Mason Miller warms in the Padres pen.
Any old kind of a run. Little flare, little blooper. Find a gap, hit one out.
In the air to short right has Eli White in and under, and making the catch for out number 2. Takes us to Rodolfo Duran. Duran has singled to left, popped out to short, fly to right, and single to left. Produced a run, his 7th RBI of the year. Home plate umpire made the call himself, didn't check. Dan Merzel has the plate tonight for the umpires. Strike 2.
Sliders, four-seamers, changeups from Dylan Lee. Pretty good splits, too. When we talk about righties and lefties being faced. Lefties 143, righties at 149.
Two will check swing, grounder, foul outside of first. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Duran. Good battle.
Oh, that's 96 after seeing that changeup. That's coming in hot. Slider, 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 changeup, slider, four-seamer. But you hang a changeup here, middle end, to do some damage to it. Good eye.
Pretty good AB right here, turned in by Rodolfo Duran. Sun Moon Song waiting on deck. On the ground to short, Mateo throws him out. We're headed to the 9th inning, tied at 6 in San Diego.
Stay tuned. Buckle up. Hunker down.
To right field. That's a fair ball into the right field corner. Duran will score. RBI double for Fernando. Whoa, he throws sliders with seeds. Fly ball center field. Harris going back at the wall. Gone! Straightaway center, Fernando. It's been a wild one tonight at Petco Park in San Diego. Been tied 3 times in this game and tied right now at 6. Mason Miller into the game in the 9th in a tie game at home. Strike 1.
And bringing it right out of the chute at 101. A 30-second game, .84. 32 innings, 63 strikeouts.
Jorge Mateo, the former Padre, leading it off and sending one foul off to the right. He's in San Diego in 2020 and 2021. Baltimore the last 5 years. First year in Atlanta. One closer in, the other one is warming in the pen. Swing and a miss. Striking out is Mateo. 1 down in the 9th.
This is some kind of nasty. Watch this slider just fall off the table. Boy, he spins it straight down 12-6. We talk about 12-6 curveballs. That's the 12-6 slider.
One down in the 9th inning. Mauricio Dubon, who homered earlier and put the Braves at the time on top 6-5. It was in the 5th inning. Raisel Iglesias up in the pen right now for the Braves. On the ground to first. France will flip to Miller, 2 down. Highest strikeout rate in baseball. Over half. 51.2%.
That's incredible. And we get to see it all the time.
2 down in the 9th inning. Drake Baldwin. First time he's ever faced Mason Miller. Two and 0. There's a strike, 2-1 with a slider. The Braves haven't seen a lot of Mason Miller. As a team, they're 1 for 16. It's the entire roster. And slider gets in there for the first strike. Braves have no challenges left. So he couldn't challenge that if he wanted to. Two to Drake Baldwin. Missed badly with a changeup. It's a hard changeup.
Yeah, it is.
97.
Wow.
Struck him out. The 1-2-3 ninth inning for Mason Miller. We are headed to the bottom of the ninth in San Diego. Padres will try to walk it off. 6-6 the score as we head to the last of the ninth at Petco Park in San Diego. It'll be Sun Moon Song to lead it off against the new pitcher, Raisel Iglesias, into the game for Atlanta.
Into his 12th season in the big leagues, veteran right-hander sports the four-seamer, changeup, sinker, and slider. About mid-90s. 24th game, a nice ERA at 1.48. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Very few walks, only 6. And he's kept the ball in the yard, only surrendering 1 home run this season.
So Song to lead it off. He's been on twice, single and a walk. He is driven in a run. Iglesias with a 1.48 ERA, but last 8 games, ERA over 4.15. So it's been human. Off the end of the bat, fouled. 1-2. To left, Dubon for out number 1 of the ninth. Well, Fernando against the Reds. Line drive, walk-off home run. Here he is in the ninth with 1 out, the game tied at 6. Homering in the 7th. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 1. Down the line at third. Foul. That was close. Shane Leibensberger, the third base umpire, right on it. Padres all-time leaders, most career home runs with Fernando. 155 now, has passed Dave Winfield. Of course, Manny on top, 208. Two balls, 2 strikes to Fernando.
Let's see if Iglesias try to keep that ball away from Fernando. Give him right field. Get something up and away, though. He can park it that way.
Struck him out for out number 2 of the ninth inning. First strikeout for Iglesias.
Four-seamer at 95. And look at the arm angle. That's almost sidearm. Crossfire action up and away. That was all upper body. And that swing from Fernando.
Samad Taylor's been on base 3 times. He's walked, singled twice. Has a stolen base. The recipient of strike 1. Strike two. That's his hitter's timeout with that second strike. Granted it by home plate umpire Dan Merzel. Line to right center field. A base hit for Taylor. Nicely done. Winning run aboard with 2 down.
This is some really good hitting by Samad Taylor. Watch his four-seam fastball. He just spanks it that way. That's with intent. Shortens up on the backside, just playing a little pepper the opposite way. That was nice.
So the tying run with speed. Gets the lead at first. Jackson Merrill takes ball 1. 1 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice for Merrill. Over to first, and Taylor back safely. First disengagement. Ball and a strike one after that fastball. Four-seamer only at 92.
Well, not a lot of walks. You're going to get something to hit from Iglesias. We mentioned that with his numbers.
Strike two.
Well, crossfire action, as I mentioned. Almost sidearm, 95 paint on the inside part of the plate.
Fly ball right field. Eli White has it sized up and will make the catch. We got bonus baseball tonight in San Diego. All tied at 6. There 6-6. We go to the 10th inning. As Mason Miller's back out there again. 11 pitches. Pretty quick inning in the 9th. So they will bring him back out here to begin the 10th. And best record in extra innings. Well, the Padres 3-1. Braves are 2-3. The bonus baseball. Former Padre Ha-Sung Kim takes over at second base to pinch run. That would have been Baldwin. So the catcher out of the game. Austin Riley will bat here with that runner at second to begin the 10th inning. Fly ball to right field. Fernando moving back to the edge of the dirt of the track, makes the catch, and tagging moving to third is Kim. Ball was hit fairly well by Austin Riley.
Yeah, that was a four-seam fastball 100. This is something we talk about all the time. You just need to get that ball over to that runner over to third base with fewer than 2 outs. Riley, nice swing on that fastball. Lofts it to deep right to get him over.
Now Rowdy Tellez. Strike one with the infield in all the way around. First time Tellez has faced Mason Miller.
And this is where you get a lot of swing and miss, right, with Mason Miller out there. It's exactly what you need. A guy who can punch out hitters, over 50% of them. 1 strike away here from getting that second out.
Ball 2 strikes here to Tellez. Kim at third. Slaps it foul off to left out of play. It was 102.
I think that's what Tellez is trying to do too, just like with Riley. getting the fastball. I mean, the slider's tough to hit, but getting the fastball and just making contact, trying to get something to the outfield.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It was the slider that gets him. Out number 2.
This slider is biting like a mule, getting up top and spinning it right over the top of it, and good location as well, down and away.
3rd strikeout for Mason Miller, an inning and 2/3. Eli White now. Strike 1.
And you can see why Craig Stammen's sticking with Mason Miller in this extra innings with that runner out there. Swing and miss comes into play, right? Not a lot of action, and that's exactly what you need with that Manfred man out there at second base.
I think he went. No. Ambolino, first base umpire, said he didn't go.
Oh, my.
I disagree.
Yeah. Wow.
Miller has not pitched 2 full innings since September of 2024. He's an inning and 2/3 right now. And now 20 pitches in relief. White grounds it foul outside of 3rd. White hits it on the ground to short. Bogarts has got it. His throw in time. Padres will now have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. We come back. Manny Machado will lead it off for San Diego. Here we go. Bottom of the 10th. 6-6. Jackson Merrill at second base. Raisel Iglesias, who pitched the 9th, back out there to begin the 10th. Manny Machado is coming up with some big hits lately. 0 for 4 tonight as he bats in the 10th. Into center field. Base hit from Machado. Here comes Jackson Merrill. Padres walk it off. Manny Machado comes up big. Padres hero tonight.
It's party time, Padres style. First pitch hacking. We know he loves the first pitch. Right up the gut. Bob Henley, you got some work to do. Give him the go sign. Pop the corks.
Career walk-off hit for Manny Machado, and the base hit that scores Merrill, and the Padres walk it off and take game 2 of this series in dramatic fashion.
You know, Don, you got to tip your cap. I mean, there's a lot to go around tonight, but the bullpen for the San Diego Padres tonight was just fantastic.
And a battle of the closers in the end that Miller ends up winning.
Yeah, how about that?
As they go head to head. Miller will get the victory. He is now 2-1. Iglesias suffers the loss. He is 0-2. Let's send it down to Mariluz Cook.
Manny, you went for that first pitch there, leading off the 10th inning. What were you looking for in that at-bat?
Just trying to make good contact. It's a good closer up there on the mound. Knows he likes to throw a lot of strikes, so just trying to get a good pitch to hit and be aggressive with it.
Manny, yes. Yesterday, it was all you with the solo home run. Today, again, you able to provide the walk-off hit for your team. How would you describe your mentality that I know you always have, but especially as of late, where you've been able to come in clutch for your team?
Today was a huge team win. You know, we had Wandy start off the game. Griff came in, didn't really have his best stuff today. We had the bullpen come in and pick him up. You know, gave up 4 in that inning, and then our team, we never gave up. We came out, we scored 5 in that 1 inning, and we kept fighting to the end. And, you know, this is what this team has. You know, we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting to the end, and, you know, don't worry about the results, but keep committing with each other and keep picking up each other. And I think that's the biggest thing we can do as a team.
You mentioned the 5 runs that you guys scored in response to the 4 spot that Atlanta had put up. Immediately in the next frame, you guys were able to do that. How did that help set the tone for you guys early and what you were able to do, punching back over and over again tonight?
I mean, it was huge. We're playing against the best team in baseball right now, right? They put up a 4 spot off our starter, you know, instead of sitting back in the dugout and just being like, oh, man, let's just chip away 1 in. We had good at-bats that next inning. People kept passing the baton, pass the baton to the next guy. We got a couple hits. Here we go. We look up and we score 4 in 1 inning against the best teams in baseball. So, you know, this team is resilient. We're going to keep fighting and we're going to keep doing it.
Have to imagine that that's a nice way to set the tone for the rest of this homestand.
Absolutely.
All right, congratulations to you, Manny, and to the Padres. Thank you.
Once again, our final score is 7-6 in 10. The Padres win it. They win the series. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Mariluz Cook, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.